morning, this is George's Furniture, what's happening in George's shop. Today we're going to focus on chairs. So here you can see a number of different chair rungs that are ready to be used. What we do is we start out with a square piece of wood and then we use the joiner to make it 8-sided. And here you can see the craftsmen are working on the rungs. Here you can see some rungs that are ready. Some of them are stained black. Those are the ones that are going to be black from the chair. So they actually stain it first before they put the chair together. That's why you can see some of it was tape put on so that when it goes in, the glue will hold well with the black stain. So they also will prepare the seats of the chair. Here you can see some chair seats. This is the bottom part. You can see the holes for the chair legs, and here are the backs. They use a steam bent piece of wood, and they'll cut it to shape and put the holes in. So these were drilled earlier on the drill press. And there's lots of different parts of the chair that is needed. What they're doing is they're working on a batch, say maybe 10 chairs. Here are some rungs that are waiting. They will be sanded. So right now, Jim is actually sanding the taper of the rung. We'll actually check to see what the size of the hole. This is where the precision that really keeps the chair together. So this is no computerized machine. It's actually hand touched. You don't want to make the rung too tight or too narrow. So there'll be too much wiggle room, and yet you want to have a good fitting. So he will be checking all of these. This is the side of the rung that's going to be going into the chair seat. Over here, we have Ben working on the arm. He's working on an armchair. This is actually our small rung, our small arm that goes to our armchair. We have 3 different sizes. A larger one, which is our signature arm, and then there's this medium, and this is the small one. So there's several different styles of chair rung. This machine over here is actually the machine that they use for the contour. If you look under here, there's a pattern. You can see the contour to the seat is what we use to make this is the pattern. And so this machine is an air-driven router. Here you can see the router head. That will just go back and forth. That does the initial contouring of the seat. If the seat is too large to put on this machine, then we're back to using what we used in the very beginning when my father started the business, and that was a skill saw. So this is the saw that we use, raising and lowering the blade to hollow out the contour of the seat. So we do not use any computerized machines at all. After they contour, this could be used for a settee. Here you can see some patterns. So there's a contour to the seat that makes it more comfortable to sit. So this is one of the patterns that they use for our chairs. After they do the contour with the other machine, or with the skill saw, if it's a settee or something wider than our seat visher, then they will use a Dix sander to smooth out the contour of the seat. That's our seat visher. There you can see it's a sander. And he's going to check every one that goes into that seat. And there's the joiner that they use to make the rungs 8-sided. You can see the fence is at a 45-degree angle. Alright, let's go over and see the the finished armchair that Ben is working on. Here's the drill press that they use to put in the drill, or the holes. And here's a chair that Ben is putting together. He's checking it out. We're going to glue. Let's go over and see him putting glue in the holes. Use the little brush. Make sure that all the surfaces have glue on them. So the rungs are sanded to a taper. That will help the glue to stay in the hole. So we'll make sure there's no glue right now. And we'll put it on top of the armchair. You can hear when it gets down to the bottom, the sound is different. Here are the others. So this small arm actually uses 2 rungs to support it. If it's a bigger arm, then it would be just 1 rung. But for this rung, this size of an arm, we use 2 rungs. There you can see the back of the chair is our country back. The curved country back. So he's would have made all the rungs and put it together already. Now he's going to measure to see where the screw holes will be. So the back of the arm is actually anchored with at least 1 or 2 screws, and then they will put plugs in to cover up the screw hole. Alright, that is the making of chairs. Until later. See you later.